From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas at Stunning Digital Marketing. In today's podcast, Warren Laine-Naida joins us, and he's going to talk about using AI to increase your search visibility. Sit back, relax, enjoy this. The SDM Show is brought to you by Stunning Digital Marketing, the digital marketing concierge that helps you put all your marketing pieces together. We are your marketing experts. We are also your WordPress security experts and know how to lock down a website and protect yourself from bad actors. So contact us at Stunning Digital Marketing today.
Hey there, hi there. It's Warren. That's me. April. Welcome back to Rob's podcast, and I'm here again to talk about SEO. And if you want to talk more about SEO, you can reach out, and I'm on Twitter X, Warren L-Naida, and love to chat with you about my favorite topic. This last couple of weeks, you think you've seen everything, and it just gets more and more. Notebook LM with the AI podcasts. This is really crazy. Every day AI seems to be getting better and better. Some really good stuff happening there, and it really changes our game. And hey, SEO is never boring, right? So I wanted to talk this time about how we can better understand and better use AI for our search and visibility, specifically AI LLMs, large language models, and what they look for, what we should be aware of, and how we can use that to our advantage. I mean, it's there, and Google's not always going to be there. So, what can we do? I think regardless of what new tech is out there, what new toys are out there, I think four things are still really important. Is that, we continue to engage, we continue to entertain, educate, and certainly empower our clients, our customers, our teams, and ourselves to get found and to offer really useful firsthand content, whatever you want to call it. Eat, or if there's other words. The whole idea of chasing keywords, this is, we really got to move on from this. And I think, with AI of growing importance, every day there's something there. I think that is where things are going. So it's something new and exciting, and I think that we've just seen really the tip of AI search. We can use it for our content generation. This is fine, but I think AI is really reshaping SEO. It's much more, or even more, about user experience, accessibility. Getting that content optimized for social media algorithms, for the AI search, for the traditional search machines, and of course for people. So now, I say LLMs like I say ice cream. So what really are they? What do they have to do with SEO? So LLMs, we're talking large language models. All right, so we're talking AI systems trained to understand text, to understand human language, to generate more and more human sounding language, human friendly language. And, they basically work in a nutshell, and I'm no scientist here, but basically, they work by predicting words and how sentences should be structured. Okay. there's Claude, there's Perplexity, there's Copilot, there's Gemini. There's a lot of big names out there. With any of these tools, you can answer questions, you can generate text, you can summarize documents, you can help with coding, you can do all sorts of things. So if we think of LLMs, perhaps as the next generation of Google Suggest, they're sort of advanced autocomplete systems. All right, they're learning from billions and billions of things that we've written, and so that helps create more useful and helpful responses, and helps also with our SEO. So I think the focus here is semantic results in search, whether it be AI citations or your traditional AIOs, and at the same time, we can use the large language models to optimize our existing content. All right. So I think in general, they're really helping push SEO content away from keywords and more into natural content, and that can only be good. So how can you use AI and SEO? How do we put these together? So like I said, the first thing is we're moving away from keywords more into semantics and entities. Okay, you might have heard this, entity SEO. This is what we're talking about. It's really not your parents' SEO anymore. So the old SEO is about putting the right keywords in the right order and getting them to match search queries. This is fine. Modern SEO, this is more about understanding the meaning by recognizing entities, okay, and how these entities relate to each other. So, search machines and LLMs, they're really moving beyond matching keywords and matching entities. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, so the second point would be you should define what your business is all about. Okay, as an example, let's say my business focus is adult education. Okay, so now I'm going to look at related entities to adult education. So industry served, this is healthcare, technology, hospitality, and what courses do they require, and which courses are going to be of interest to those target groups. All right, so I think this is the good first step. All right, next thing that we can do is we can still use traditional search machines. We can leverage Google and Bing as research tools. This is fair enough. They're not completely out of business. We can use them to gather data, topic filters. People also ask Google Search Console, Bing Webmaster Tools. Okay, so we can look at those terms that people are using that are connecting with our website. And I think this is a good initial step. Once we've got this information, then the next step is going to be structuring our content for those specific entities. All right, we can do this in a lot of different ways. We've got our schema markup, we've got our structured data. All right, so we can use schema to define the entities and the relationships that they have for with certain terms. One example, like local business schema. Okay, we can use this if we have a school. Like for me, you have a school offering adult training courses. Okay, then the search machines can easily identify that using the schema markup. All right. Yoast Rank Math, All-in-One SEO, they use this. I like Rank Math because you get more schema for free, the free version. This is really great for my clients. Second thing would be the entities would be topical authority. So we're covering related topics so that your website is seen as an authority on a given entity. So let's say you're offering adult education WordPress development courses. All right. Now, if that's your focus, if that's your entity, then you would write about coding, about online shops, WooCommerce, websites, etc. Okay, that really helps build your topical authority. Internal linking, let's not say anything about that. It's just still obvious. You gotta have link related pages that strengthens the connections between your entities. Okay, adult education, web development, you've got a WordPress course, you've got an SEO course, you've got an HTML, a PHP course. All right, content clusters is still a little old school. It still really works. It's still really important. Okay, making those logical connections. Um, Making sure that the words you're using, that they, that this is like entity rich language. Okay, use natural language, and use the opportunity you have. People are on your website. Like, don't waste the opportunity. Don't write things like WordPress is popular. All right, say something like WordPress is open source. It's known for its ease of use. 50% of the websites currently using CMS depend on WordPress. All right, this is something. Give the bot something to chew on. All right, optimize. Okay, chunk your content. Okay, optimize for featured snippets. That's a chunk. Optimize for AI search. That's a chunk. Optimize for direct answers. Okay, get those facts out there. This is really important and easy to do. Okay, so Q&A format, lists, bullet points, functional maximum 50 word answers that a featured snippet can use, and more useful, longer content for the AI search engines. Okay. Your content has to be structured so it's digestible for people, for AI, and for the search algorithms. Okay. You can jump on my website and read more about content chunking, or Google it. Okay, so the next point is you need to understand embeddings a little better. Okay, now LLMs use embeddings to understand context and meaning. All right, if there's any ambiguity, embeddings help them understand this. So they've got like a memory of conversations. Okay. How this works is use entity-rich language, build semantic relationships between your content with your links, internal and external. Okay, use your entity-rich schema markup. Okay, and focus on your semantic search, not just the keywords. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get words and phrases together so that they're grouped in the same space. All right, think of this like severance. Okay, to simplify it. Okay, so let's imagine. Okay, embeddings. You're giving each word a coordinate on a map. Okay, where you've got similar concepts and they're all sitting together. This sounds really like severance. Okay, so you've got words like cafe is right near latte. Okay, and you've got different concepts far away like dog and cat. Okay, so this is really useful because when someone's searching for caffeinated beverages, let's say, all right, our search machines, AI can then return results like coffee shops. Okay, even though they're not the same words, but they are grouped together. Okay, so like in how this would really work in old SEO. Okay, you would have keywords on your website, something like best coffee shops in Seattle, and you repeat that 3% of your content. Okay. New SEO, okay, you write naturally about the coffee shops in Seattle. Okay, so that the content is less about best coffee shops in Seattle and more about like outstanding cafes in Pike Street Market area. All right, it matters for three reasons. You've got to write for people, not algorithms. All right, your content depth trumps keyword repetition all the time, every day. And your related topics and your natural language, they work a lot better than forced keywords. So you're literally embedding memorable, relatable, connected content through your website. Okay. Content formats. All right. We already talked content chunking. All right. This is really important. Break down your large content into smaller digestible bits. Okay, it improves readability, comprehension, user engagement, and it's exactly what the bots need. We love the bots. Don't forget to say thank you. Write for your people. Okay. Write for Google snippets. Write for AI citations. All right. And if you want to say this is all BS, okay, can I say BS, Rob? The best SEO is still just great content. Just write great content, okay? I think this is really more important, you know? Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Write great content. That's the best SEO, all right? I think we're long away from keywords. I think, you know, pattern recognition is definitely more and more the future. Focus on the semantics, focus on your entities, focus on the relationships that your content has, and use the AI tools for of benefit for your clients. And I think this is definitely going to be a very exciting time. And I don't know what else to say. I'm excited still, and I think you are too. Okay, great. The basics still matter. Okay, the tools have changed. Just build content that builds trust. Okay, and then it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Have a great month, and come on over to Twitter or X, and let's enjoy this time together. Bye bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by Stunning Digital Marketing, your digital marketing concierge to help the business owner put all his pieces together, whether it's email marketing, WordPress security, WordPress design and development, PPC, and more. Text Stunning Digital Marketing for all your digital marketing needs today. A very special thank you to Warren for joining me on this edition of the SDM Show. The SDM Show is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much every day. My mother, Ann Cairns, who's still doing really well and is an inspiration. And of course, Tiz Maroney. And Tiz, I know I've said it, but thank you so much for all the inspiration you give me every day.